Hey there, and welcome back. If you've been a fan of the channel for any length of time, you know that I'm a tremendous fan of the Shutoko Revival project for Assetto Corsa. This is the project that gives us the expansive freeway maps of the Tokyo freeway system, and it's reminiscent of some of the earlier versions of that game that we recently played, Tokyo Extreme Racer. Except it's an Assetto Corsa, and you can drive all sorts of cars, and you can do all sorts of crazy things, including run it on servers, have races, time trials, all sorts of other things. So I was interested to see a updated release of the Wangan Midnight Maximum Tune Shutoko One Lap of the Tokyo area, version 1.14514, released on Overtake last week. And if we look at this, this is kind of a configuration on top of the Shutoko Revival project, and it has been around for quite a while. It dates back to October of 2022, so it's been around for a while, and it's had looks like a total of 6 total releases, including the one that just came out. And this is kind of fun, except for one thing: the installation instructions, while correct, they don't work right. If you actually just drop the package into the correct folder for the Shutoko Revival project, you wind up spawning into the middle of an empty field. You can see buildings around you, but you can't see any roadway. And of course, roadway is the whole point. So what I'm going to do really quickly before I jump in and drive this is I'm going to show you how to properly fix the installation until they fix it themselves, and I'm sure that they will. So what we're going to do here is look at the archive. It's the Shutoko One Lap 7Z is the downloadable file from Overtake, and you pull that down, you open it with any archive utility of your choosing. I use 7-zip here, and you'll find that there's a Shutoko One Lap directory in here, and you drill down into that. There's the Shutoko Revival Project Beta PTB. That PTB is our problem, but we'll get there in a second. This is meant to be your Shutoko Revival Project folder. And if you drill down into that, all of the contents of that folder need to be copied into the track file for the SRP in your system. So once you've done that, you'll actually find that you have the Shutoko One Lap Time Attack and all those files in here. And then few other files that got dropped into this top level folder for the Shutoko Revival Project beta folder. So this is the track and all of its configurations. This is just one configuration of many. There is an INI file here. Models Shutoko One Lap Time Attack INI. We need to open that with Notepad. And we can just, open with Notepad. I have it open here already. So the problem is this top line here, Shutoko Revival Project Beta PTB. This file doesn't exist anymore. So we need to come in here and we need to whack that last part off. We need to save the file, and we're in business. So now we can launch this and actually make it go. So that's what we're going to do. No errors, all things working. We are happy. Did not load any traffic or anything in here. I just want to drive this and kind of see what the route is looking like and share it with you as I do for the first time. So I'm not sure where the time markers are, or even if there are in practice mode, because I think that that's what I'm in right now. But you'll see parts of the freeway are already blocked off in this configuration because it is meant to be a circuit route. And I think it's 62 kilometers if I'm correct. Love the Tokyo Tower. Yeah, this is just a fun driving experience, with or without traffic. I love driving it with traffic too, and that might be something that I try, is to see if the two real, the latest updates to two real, actually work with this configuration, because that might make this circuit a little bit more fun. But it probably does not, because of all the closed off sections. But I'll be happy to find out at some point. But I think the primary use case for this is for setting up a server and doing racing and that sort of thing on a closed loop. People can't deviate or bail out of. The lighting in this with Pure is just absolutely insane. So immersive. After playing several hours of Tokyo Extreme Racer, I was eager to get back into Shutoko Revival Project. Was looking for the right opportunity to do it, and this popped up and presented that opportunity for me. Visually, I don't think there's any comparison. This is just amazing. I love Tokyo Extreme Racer. I think it's a cool little game. Quirky though it is, it's a lot of fun to play. But for pure driving experience, this trumps it for sure. Even without anybody else, you know, in the sim with me. I just like the lights. I love driving this. I wish there were more really good city freeways laid out. I know that there are a couple that exist that I've played around with, but I didn't find that they worked very well for me, at least when I checked them out. I know the FDR is one that exists, but when I tried it, I wound up not getting it to work well. I think I kind of fell off the map when I loaded it, and I don't know if that was my problem or a problem with the map itself, but I need to revisit that at some point. There was a really cool project that showed promise that was essentially here in the San Francisco Bay Area. It was 101 going through, like, from Marin County up to San Francisco and Oakland, and didn't follow up with that one either. It was very immature, but it was kind of a cool concept, especially being that that's kind of local to where I am in real life. That I know that freeway section really, really well, so it's kind of interesting to see that modeled. But it was a very nascent project, so it wasn't... This kind of cut me down to where I'm doing the shorter route instead of the bigger route. I guess I could have gone the other way and gone the broader route. said, I just like the pretty lights. I don't really care where I'm going. There's a train. I love bridges. We're just keeping an eye on the map of where it's taking us here. So now we're going back up and around from where we forked off before. I like driving this more with street legal cars with road tires. I know a lot of people race this with, you know, full-blown race cars and will drive them. Also, too, I'm a Porsche boy, so I always like to drive my my Porsches here more than the Japanese scene cars that are more typically seen. Although, if somebody requested, I would probably drive more of a in-scene car. There's nothing wrong with them. I have driven them. I like them. But I'm biased. I love my Porsche. I love driving. Whoa, love driving other cars. Just sort of get a feel for, you know, what other cars are like and stuff. But when I just want to relax and drive, and I don't want to think a lot about what I'm driving, or I tend to fall back on the 911 GT3 RS just because I know how it handles, and if I get into trouble, I can get myself out of it fairly easily with this car. I assume everybody has their personal favorites like that. That are, you know, you want to experience, you know, race cars and, you know, get different skill sets from different cars. But we probably all have our fallbacks that we just enjoy driving or prefer to drive over anything else. What's yours? Put in the comments. Do you have a favorite sim car? Do you have a favorite real life car that you enjoy driving and that you transfer that into sim and drive it in sim? Race cars are a whole other thing. It's more like a toolbox there, but when you drive a sim like Assetto Corsa and you're not racing, if you're just driving for enjoyment, you know, it's a different sort of thing. Like, speed is only a secondary aspect of what I'm doing here. I'm just sort of enjoying the drive and enjoying the talk, and I am driving quickly, but I'm not driving recklessly quick. Not trying to race here. I know having driven this quite a lot, I've often wondered how representative it is. I've been to Tokyo, and I remember driving on the freeway systems, and from what I recollect, not having driven them, just riding in a taxi cab, the visuals seem quite accurate. But from a driver perspective, I have no idea. I did not drive when I was in Tokyo. So if you've had experience driving in Japan and driven in Tokyo specifically, let me know what you think of the Shutoko Revival project and the freeway layout. Is it accurate? Does it reflect your own experiences driving around? You know, from a visual and an experience sort of feel? Be curious to know. This is a great section for driving, for sure. It doesn't let me go back that other way, which is interesting. It's got a whole bottom loop there that it didn't let me get to. Just amazing, though. Totally love this. And we're going back the opposite way we came, because we came up and around. Interesting. Woo! Does it go both the same way? I had an option there. Maybe that just comes around to that other lane that just re-entered. I don't know. Maybe this way will stretch me all the way back out and back around. Maybe that's what this is doing. That would make sense, I guess. Basically, the circuit is one where you drive every piece of the freeway real estate on the map to complete the circuit. If that's true, that's actually really cool. So immersive, though. The city lights are just amazing. That's why I chose this time of day. Is we got a little bit of the kind of the sunset in the sky kind of still lingering, but it's definitely night, so you see all the lights. Tokyo was one of those places that I felt like I got ripped off a little bit in terms of not having enough time to spend there. I was there for just 2 nights, I think, or 1 night? 1 night. I was there 1 night. I flew in, spent the night, went to an event. No, it was 2 nights. Then woke up early the next morning and flew back home. So horribly long distance for such a short trip. So I didn't get to spend enough time. But I was lucky enough to be able to have a few hours where I could walk around one of the evenings. And an amazing city, and the people were amazing as well. Those that I encountered. Very gracious people. The food was amazing. Yeah, this is going to take me all the way down to the southern tip here and come back around, and that'll complete our loop, I think, once we do this, so... I really like this route. I mean, I love the expansive full map, but sometimes it's hard to pick what you're going to drive, because driving the whole thing is pretty intense. Definitely done it, but I haven't recorded. I think I did record one where I just did a huge long driving, where I did a full circuit of the big map, and it takes a lot of time. But this would be doable as a race. Or just a group drive, like a follow the leader drive. Gotta make sure you're paying attention to some of these turns. like a follow the leader, that would be pretty fun. Or an outright race. Outright races tend to get hyper competitive, and that can be fun in its place. But it's also, if you're just wanting to chill with a bunch of friends, sometimes racing is not the best way to relax. You can like joke around and have fun and make fun of each other and enjoy the scenery and stuff together as a group. Doing something like a follow leader or a hide and seek is fun. Although this circuit wouldn't be a hide and seek sort of thing, but the bigger map maybe, because there are some exits and some different things. The concept of hide and seek is something that had kind of escaped me as even a possibility. Oh, we did cross over, so now we're back. We've done a lap. You do a lap. I did a lap in 22 minutes 43 seconds. So, and I'm 39 seconds ahead of myself right now. So that's kind of cool. So as you can tell, that's a tremendous amount of fun. And going around over and over again doesn't make any sense from a standpoint of a video at this point. But I did look into really quickly what you could do in terms of traffic, and it does not appear that the 2 Real Traffic mod will work with this particular update. Unfortunate, but I couldn't get it to work correctly. But it is great and ready for servers, so if you actually want to do racing with your friends, that's definitely a interesting configuration to go out and try. And of course, there's the time trial aspect of it. You can compete against your friends to see who can get the fastest time. So if you go out there and have some fun, get some fast times, tell me what your fast time is doing the full loop. And I burned a little bit of time in the first lap with my intro and talking because the timer did start immediately when I spawned into the parking structure. And then, of course, you have to get up to speed, get out of the parking structure, get on the freeway, and you're already burning a lot of time. Whereas if you've got a running lap, you'll do a little bit better. Thank you for joining me. I hope you had as much fun as I did, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.
Spaß mache Rennsport.